Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we are watching Attack on Titan episode 13. What happened last time?
Last time, Eren and the Jaegerists escaped. They blew up Zachary. There's a lot of talk about what's going to happen next. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Hanji is off to the restaurant, and Gabi and Falco just got there as well. So we're going to see what happens this episode.
I'm really scared about what's going on in that restaurant. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Something, we already got hinted something like not very good is going on there, but
yeah.
We'll see, I suppose. In this episode of Attack on Titan, which you should have already watched before you came to this video because we ask you to support the official release. Don't come here to watch the show for free, come here to see what we have to say, our reaction, our review. And with that, if you like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe for future stuff. Let's go! What a beautiful, peaceful day.
Gas 兵器というものだ。脊髄液を含んでいる。そいつをわずかでも吸ったユミルの民は体の自由が奪われ意識を失う。するだけで道を通じて巨人の力に繰り込まれる。だからその村の巨人は俺の命令通りに動くってわけだ。
その村小村だ。
That's really creepy.
皆殺しにした村の名前だろ。覚えておけクソいね。
ああ。
Do you remember that village?
Yeah.
このシーンがエルディア復権にあるとバレて、この島に希望をもたらすことは叶わなかっただろう。手同じことをこの島に上陸して何度も聞き返す。
お前が耳かす役感も覚えちゃいねえってことがよくわかる。本当にエルディアを救うつもりな。
Levi looks like he's so done. He's so done with this shit.
What the fuck was that? Oh,
That's
that's probably
them.
Zachary, yeah.
Yeah, and that Eren escaped.
Yeah.
Also, Peak was in town. Forgot about
Right.
that.
It's already begun.
Yeah. Just like you said, you think you have a lot of time, but you absolutely do not. I wonder how they even got there without anyone noticing. I feel like something bad's gonna happen to them right before Hanji gets there, and I don't like it. Will he recognize them?
Yeah, abusing my kindness.
Fancy.
Interesting reaction.
So dramatic.
Ah! I'm dying! I need to help my brother! Just like they say it like so.
トイレはこっちじゃないよ。トイレに用はありません。ニコロさん。
私たちはマーレから来ました。戦士候補生です。この島に上陸しました。
誰か。女の。
Ooh.
仕留めました。
About to get real awkward.
駐輪した報復は
Falco's already put it together.
No.
悪魔どもには絶叫ぜ。何よ。
殺したのか。
お前がサシャを殺したのか。
Ow.
ファルコ。ファルコ。大丈夫？ファルコ、待って。ねえ。ファルコ。
Holy shit.
サシャを殺したのはこいつです。あなたの娘さんの命を奪いました。逆する飛行船の中でこいつの
This is a parlor room scene if I've ever seen one.
You have no fucking idea.
ブラウスさん、どうぞ。あなたが殺さないなら俺が殺しますが、構いませんね。
What the fuck is going on? Bit of an emergency, folks.
Everyone who wants to fucking kill her is in this room.
Niccolo is fucking unhinged.
ファルコは違うの。
お前のだって顔だったよな。お前の大事な人がいた。エルディア人だ。
Kaya highly
だが彼女は誰よりも俺の
misvalued his priorities.
料理を作るのが本当の俺なんだと教えてくれたの。それがサシャ・ブラウス。お前に奪われた彼女の名前だ。
そのサシャ・ブラウスに撃ち殺された。だから報復してしたのはそっちだ。
知るかよ、どっちが先とか。
目を覚まして。あなたはマーレの兵士でしょ。その悪魔の女に惑わされてる。悪魔なんかに負けないで。
ニコロ君、包丁を渡しなさい。
そこまでです。ブラウスさん。刃物を置いてください。
サシャは狩人や。森で獣をいてこうして食うてきた。
This is creepy as hell.
世界はつながり、兵士になったサシャはよその土地に攻め入り人を撃ち、人に撃たれた。世界は命の奪い合いを続ける巨大な森の中やったんや。森をさわようたからやと思ってる。せめて子供たちはこの森から出してやら、また同じところをくるくる回るだけやろ。我々大人の責任や。
ニコロさん、弁を離しなさい。
よし、いざゆっくりを。
怪我を見せて。
ミラ、大丈夫か。
She's so fucked up from this. Holy shit, Kaya! Fuck! Holy shit.
すっかりメインが冷めちまったな。ハンジさん、そのガキの口をゆすいでやってくれ。あのワインが入っちまった。
え？
これだと思うけど。
あのワインには何が入っていたの？
多分ジークの脊髄液だ。
I think I said that before, didn't I say that?
And now I'm caught up.
Okay.
That is where I stopped reading the manga. Right there. I don't know what's gonna happen from here on out. That's why he was so freaking out about them not drinking it, apparently. But why? Like, why does he not want the scouts to get turned into fucking titans?
Maybe he likes them.
イエーガー派の要求通りエレンの命を何度も救った。その度に何人もの仲間が死んだ。人類が生き残る希望だと信じて。そう信じた結果がこのざまだ。令冗談だな。俺たちが見てた希望ってのは一体何だったんだ。あの死闘の結果がこの茶番だと。
Are you regretting
ふざけるな。
a choice with regrets?
他にいる。
Wait, what? Another shithead we should have eaten? What does that mean?
確証はない。第一回調査船から大量に積ま
Like Bear told?
調査船には不要な酒と量だった。もう一度。そして兵団
High-ranking
優
officers.
先して振る舞うよう言われたんだ。誰からだ。他の義勇兵はわからないが。僕は何のことだか初耳です。でもおかしいだろ。飲んだエルディア人は
If it's like diluted with the wine?
ジークがその現場を見たわけじゃないから確かめようがない。たった一言で済むその嘘の効果は絶大だ。脊髄液を盛られたという発想すらしない。
いや、お前がそう思っただけなんだろ。ああ、確証はない。でも、マーレ兵なら知っている。敵が今までどんな使われ方をしたの。
Is used on the people.
お前
Oh shit.
マーレは敵国の首都を一晩で落とした。
Sent them all in
なん
there.
でこの巨人が街中に湧いて出たからだ。さっき俺からあのワインを取り上げたのは俺たちを守るためか。さあ、何をやってんだろうな。
Do they want all of the officers to get taken out so that Eren can take rule or something?
I don't know. There would be other easier ways to kill them.
So, wait, did the kids drink the wine? Did they drink wine? Is it only
No,
red wine?
no. It was just
Only
that
the officers, yeah.
specific wine.
私を守ったの別に理由があったわけじゃない。別の仲間を殺したのは私は違うか。私だけでいいでしょ。
We don't want to kill you. What the fuck? Like, get it through your fucking head. No.
殺したくないよ。殺すって君はそればっかりだ。
Yeah, exactly. Like,
誰かとそっくりだ。
hello? They just pull. He just pulled the same trick. He shows his hand that it's cut so that.
知っているはずです。そこまで道案内をしてもらいます。いや、我々はつもりはないんだが。その申し出は断りました。なんと交渉しない。それはなんでかな。エレンの判断です。我々を道案内する道中で、エレンから始祖を奪う算段を立てるのに今頃。
Is he?
妄想が過ぎるよ。それとも駐屯兵団内にいるお仲間が聞けば何でも答えてな部下に見えますか。それかあなたの部下ではないと示すべきでしご同行を。
Can we just fucking calm down for like 1 second, please?
お前がイエレナの差し金か。
ニコロ、お前はエルディア人に入れ込みすぎだ。ある日が来る気がしてな。
フロック、聞くんだ。私たちは仲間同士で争いない。
Let's just relax.
I'm just gonna be like, we know all about it.
How do you know?
だとしても
Oh,
Oh my fucking god, dude. Does Eren know?
I don't know. I
He
can't
must
tell
not,
from that
right? How
response
the
whether
fuck
they
would
knew or not.
Oh no, Eren must know because Yelena. There was a whole thing about Yelena going to
they
Eren's
did know,
house.
yeah.
Fuck. Flock, you're such a psycho, dude. You should have died. You should have died. Fucking what's his name? Bullcut should have lived.
フロックたちと来た。
お前らと話がしたくて。
Motherfucker.
I love how Gabi just ends up at that table, just like.
Oh my god, man. Let's just fucking calm down. What are you what where is this heading?
Gotta wrap it up.
Why is Flock so happy about it as well? Like why is like I don't get why he's so happy.
They have a plan. They've got a plan.
Flock strikes me as the fucking edgy kid who like thinks he's so smart and like I don't know, like is I don't know, like he's just like, oh you You didn't see that coming. I'm fucking evil. Like, I don't know. Like, oh my god.
I think it's messed up because, I mean, we've talked about this the whole time, but like, the main cast of people who sort of have like a deeper understanding, including Eren, aren't happy about this. But then people like Flock are like smiling,
getting caught up in the whole wave of
smiling
it.
like they're about to murder 1 million people and be happy about it.
What is their fucking plan?
I don't know.
Yeah, like you said, like, why turn them into Titans if you want to get rid of them?
Because I think I had said that before. I had been wondering.
You did.
I said that.
Obviously, I knew, so I didn't remark on it. Like,
yeah. But I had said that. But then I said that would be kind of dumb because, like, what's the point? Is it just to hold them hostage? Oh, we'll turn you all into Titans?
well, that's the question. What is the point? It's not like,
could-
what's the point of that? It's,
No,
well, yeah,
no,
what's the point?
I'm saying...
Why would they do that, as opposed to just killing them?
Well, unless the point is they don't want to kill them, but they want to, like, have it under threat. Like, don't do anything weird or we will turn you into a Titan. And, you know,
That's
and
pretty
you'll probably
plausible.
murder a bunch of innocent people if we do that.
Then you can turn them to your side. It's just, yeah, now...
They have to do what you say because...
With a thought. With a scream. All I have to do is yell within your, like, hearing distance, and I can... Or maybe hearing distance? Maybe he doesn't even need to be that close. And you'll turn into a mindless monster forever until somebody kills you.
Mm-hmm. So it could just be the threat of doing that. It would be enough to just... I mean, you can't fight back against that. It's already in you. Like, what can you do? But they aren't doing it to just everyone, so we know that it's not just turn everyone into Titan. Like, they obviously have, like, average people in mind of, like, okay, we don't need to give this to them. We're not trying to make a Titan army here.
Yeah.
Where this is, like, a specific purpose, which makes me think it's probably just to get them to do what they want, like a blackmail kind of thing. Like, okay, don't do anything or else we'll turn you into a Titan. You don't believe me? Okay, we'll send one guy out into the field who doesn't believe me and I'll prove you wrong.
I wonder if you can control how many of them are turned in, or is it just anyone close?
Yeah. I don't know. But either way, still...
That seems more plausible. I think that's probably more likely, because then they don't kill them, they just have them completely under their control, and they have to do whatever they say.
Forever. They can
For the rest
never
of their
get out of
fucking
it.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have to stay out of it. Like, they can't be, you know...
Yeah.
They can't do anything.
Niall has drank it as well, which sucks, because I always liked his character.
Mm-hmm. But maybe he won't, like... It's kind of potentially up to them whether they get turned or not.
Well, it also depends on what Zeke's plan is. I don't think Zeke is on their side. I don't know, because Eren seems pretty convinced that Zeke is on their side.
And they knew about the wine, like they knew about that whole kind of plan. But it could be this thing where Zeke might think he's using Eren, but Eren thinks he's using Zeke, but, like, really they're... But
it weirdly seems like they're on the same side.
I know, that's what's weird about it. It genuinely seems like they are on the same side, but they've both just kind of given up hope that it can be just a good thing. Like, it also kind of just has to be a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh, we have to do all this horrible shit, but, like, we're really confident that at the end of this it will work out for everyone involved. But like Levi was saying, yeah, Zeke has no remorse, even though he's like, oh, I only did this
to keep up the charade.
To do that, except it's like, well, you seem awfully, like you don't give a fuck. Yeah. For you only did that because you had no choice.
Part of me still wonders if, like, I still think... So at the start of the season, they were when the fucking higher ups before all the first shit went down. Zeke, then they were talking about going to the island, and Zeke and all the warriors were talking, like, in a room, and they, like, left because, like, people were listening in on them or whatever. Did he, like, share this with them?
I don't know if he did,
but he couldn't have, right?
I don't think he did, but I think he had maybe he had been thinking about it. maybe he had been...
No, he definitely was thinking about... This is set up years in advance. Yelena was already at fucking parody.
No, I mean about telling the other, like, Titan shifters.
About this plan?
Or just about anything.
The only way he could tell them was if he revealed, by the way, there's going to be a horrible disaster happening and thousands of people are going to fucking die. Tens of thousands of people are going to die. So no, he probably didn't tell them. But I don't know. I don't know what his fucking endgame is. I don't know. I literally don't know what he wants out of this, because he so clearly went from, Eren, I'm going to save you from this hell one day. And you know, we're both victims of our father's ambition, and I hate Grisha Jaeger for what he did to me and my family and all this shit, and what he did to our country and all this stuff. He went from that to exactly Grisha, like doing the exact shit. And I don't know why I don't know why he would flip that switch from like hating Grisha and everything he stood for to Eldian restorationist, which makes me think that he's lying. Also, Levi is regretting, and his entire thing is making choices with no regrets, so that you won't have to, so you know that what you're doing is right, and you don't have to, you know, regret anything, and so you can live your life with no regrets. That's his entire thing. But he's literally regretting saving Eren, and he's saying we should have just ate him like Bertolt and gotten it over with. Why the fuck did I go through all this farce for this? He's literally regretting his actions, which makes me think he's about to fucking die. So I don't know what the fuck
and
to make
but
of
then
that.
Here's the other thing about like the weird thing about Zeke is we kind of talked about this, but it's like, okay, so we feel like he's not completely on, like there's something weird going on there, but it can't just be that he's on Marley's side, because he's clearly not. He let all of them, like... But
to a greater end. Here's my thing. Here's what I think. This is another stage of what Magath was going through with Willie Tiber, where it's like Willie and Magath both knew that that shit was going down, and they set it up with the knowledge that Eren would attack, because they wanted to use that as a catalyst for forming basically the UN between all the nations, ending war amongst everything, focusing all the hatred on Marley, and getting rid of the higher-ups who had been fostering this military-industrial complex onto Marley and forcing them to go into all these wars. So I think that Zeke is still a part of Marley, but maybe that's why he didn't... Well, no, I don't know. I was going to say maybe that's why he didn't want Gabi and Falco to go onto the fucking airship, but you could just not want him to do that because it's stupid. Yeah. I think that there's a second phase of that where there's this deeper plan that Eren's a part of get rid of any agency of the military against Marley, maybe, and have them under threat of turning into a Titan, so that they do whatever you say, and again, separate them from Eren, have Eren collect all of the hatred on himself, be the demon of the world, and then all of the world, including Eldia, can join up with all of them, and then fucking take down Eren and take down all the Titan shit. Somehow remove that from society. I think that must be the end goal, because that entire thing, Magath knowingly sacrificed all the people in the attack on Liberio. It was less of a sacrifice and more of, we know they're going to attack, let's make the most of it. But it was still this thing of Tiber and Magath that whole episode were talking about, like, you know, like, even though the Tibers are like the shadow leaders of fucking Marley, they still they aren't like fostering all this war. It's like this machine has just kicked up where Marley was founded on a war, on the Human Titan War, won that war. Really, the king just retreated because they didn't want to fight anymore and didn't want to cause any more death. And then Marley's just kept on, okay, well, the war really gave us a boost. Maybe we can go to war with these people and conquer them, and we can go to these people and conquer them, or enslave these people. And we have the Titan juice, which is like a crazy weapon that none of the other countries have because we're descendants of Eldians. But we can use it to our advantage to basically conquer the world again, just like the fucking Titans did before, etc. And now it's at this place where we've been at war for so long. It's become like a given that we go to war. That's what this country does. That's what we do, and we enslave the Eldians, and we're a horrible country. So we need to find a way to fix that. The only way to do that is to knock off the top echelon, and Magath, who doesn't want to do all this war shit, shut it down. However, the fact that all that attack happens means that they need to go to war with Eldia. But in order for everything to come to a cohesive end in a reasonable way, either the entire world needs to crush Eldia, or they need to come to some sort of peace. The peace probably isn't likely because of the shit that just happened in Liberio. And because of the rumbling, that's a threat that could destroy the entire world, because it's just too devastating that nobody could fuck with it. So even all the countries together couldn't fuck with it. So we can't just full-on attack them. So maybe this is what Zeke is probably thinking I'm saying. So we need to somehow make it separate. Like there needs to be something here. But luckily, Eren, I think, wants peace as well. I think Eren also doesn't want to use the rumbling and destroy the world. I think he would rather everybody live in harmony. I think he would rather Eldia and the rest of the world somehow live in peace. The only way that that's possible is if the world doesn't see Eldia or Eldians as descendants of monsters who can turn into monsters at all. In which case, he needs to use some sort of founding titan power to, like, remove that from people. The Liberio incident, like, painted him as the enemy of the world, and now he's going to take that to his grave so that hopefully everyone else doesn't hate Eldia, and they can sort of rejoin the greater consciousness. That's my theory for the end of the series. So in that case, as far as Zeke is concerned, Zeke has already been planning this shit out since the beginning. Sent Yelena to go and inform Eren of this part of the plan. They need to meet up so that they can either discuss things or get some memories, tap into some stuff, or Eren can eat Zeke, get the power to turn people into Titans for himself, if that's even possible, because that's a royal blood thing, which he doesn't have.
I was just going to say that can't be possible because Grisha ate royal blood people with the Titan. That's how he got it in the first place.
That is true.
And he couldn't do shit.
That is true. And he does have the founding Titan. So maybe together they could access something about that, like something. They need to. They're trying to. There's like a piece of the plan of we need someone with royal blood and somebody with the founding Titan. To cause the rumbling, right? Or to like be able to have that threat. Mm-hmm. And so if they're together and it's known to the world that they're together and the rumbling could happen at any time, maybe the attack will calm down. However, it seems like what's left of the Warriors and Marley, maybe they don't 100% know about everything that Zeke is planning on that high level. Like, if that's the end game, that whole thing I just laid out, if that's the end game, they're just going in because they need to secure their own interests, and Zeke betrayed them. Because I don't think Magath is aware of this half of the plan. He was on board for like the Liberio thing because it was just all they could do. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know, like, it seems like Marley is just like, okay, Gabi and Falco are there. We need to attack them and preemptively strike before they can meet so that they can't cause the rumbling, so that the world doesn't get destroyed. And obviously Reiner just wants to save Gabi and Falco. He doesn't really give a fuck about any of this anymore. Mm-hmm.
Personally, I think that the idea of, like, just because you gave your whole theory, I'm going to give what I think about that. I don't think that the plan is to just get everyone to hate Eren so much that then they forgive Eldians. I don't think that that's going to happen in any way, because Eldians have been living peacefully in Marley for a long-ass time, and no one has ever forgiven them for the sin, even though the Eldians that live in Marley have been so 100% trying to prove themselves again and again and again as to why they're good.
I'm not saying forgiveness. I never said forgiveness.
I guess what I'm saying is, even if all the Eldians on the island teamed up with Marley to take down Eren, I think that it would just land them in enslavement once again.
That's not true. the entire upper echelon of the military, the entire ruling class was fucking destroyed in the last battle. They're all the people who were up for that. Magath doesn't seem interested in enslaving people. He's the one compassionate guy there. The only reason that he hasn't, I imagine, the only reason he hasn't freed all of the Eldians is because of the rest of the country and the brainwashing and like culture of racism that's been fostered there. I don't think he has anything against Eldians. He showed genuine concern for Gabi and Falco during the battle, not in a need to protect our assets, but in a these kids are like, you know, I care about them.
I guess, but I'm saying that that's one person out of thousands of people that the Eldians just came in and like fucked up. I'm not saying that there's not
racism. I'm not saying that it's going to be a clean break. I'm saying that I'm not talking about forgiveness. I'm talking about somehow removing taking the Eldian out of the Eldian. You know what I mean? Like taking the Titan out of the Eldian and then making it turning because it's all about a story. It's all about it's a theater production at this point of that Marley and the rest of the world has been repeating to themselves. And what Tiber tried to do was to erase that and, or at least partly, tried to erase that and remove it from Eldians as a people. That's what he was talking about. It wasn't Eldians as a people. It's fucking Eren Yeager. It's all about, like, there was a big scene in the production where it was like Eren's classic lizard titan face shit in shadow. I don't think, and it's obviously not going to be as clean as, oh, well, now the Eldians are good, and I don't care what they did before. It's the whole reason that people hate Eldians isn't because they're necessarily bad. They can turn into monsters, but they don't hate them because of that. They hate them because of this fake narrative that they've been spewing to themselves and repeating to themselves over and over again. Magath wants to change that, and he's now at the top of the military. I'm pretty sure all the other higher up soldiers got killed, and it was talked about early on that Magath doesn't like what's going on here. He wants to change the military industrial complex. He doesn't want that going on in Marley. He doesn't like the racism against the Eldians. Yeah. I never said anything about forgiveness, but was there anything else about your theory?
Yeah.
What do you think, if not that? What do you think? What's your actual theory?
I don't know. I still don't know what I think it is. I still don't know. I don't know, because I don't know if Zeke. I still don't. I kind of believe, but I also kind of don't believe that Zeke and Eren are like fully on the same page. And I think that if they are fully on the same page, and they and their plan is solid, then I think that it's
what plan? What's do you think
I don't know
is?
What their plan is.
What do you think their goals are?
I think what seems off is maybe Zeke. Like,
Zeke?
Just not fully knowing where he stands, because...
What do you think he wants, then?
I don't know, he's sketchy.
Yeah, of course he's sketchy. I'm trying to figure it out. We know he's sketchy. He's been acting sketchy for the last, 3 seasons. What do you think he wants? Where do you think he stands? Which side is he on? What do you think his goal is, if not to, fucking... I don't know. That was just my idea of what I think's going on. Do you think something different?
I don't know. I would almost be worried that Zeke isn't even on anyone's side and he's just gonna murder the entire world.
That doesn't make any sense.
Just because I don't trust him, but...
That doesn't make any sense. That's not actual theory. That's just you saying that because you don't trust him. What do you actually think about what's happening? Or do you not know?
I genuinely don't know, but it is... I don't know, I don't know. I don't have a full-on theory at this point.
Okay.
But what I do like is that Gabi is now having, a Falco moment, seeing what these people are all about up close in a weird way. And that she literally gets confronted back to back to back with all these different people, either trying to kill her, trying to save her, because they want to, trying to kill her again, trying to save her just because, like Mikasa said, I don't know.
I like Armin's thing of just kill this, kill that. Jesus Christ. What? Not everything's about fucking killing, you know? It reminds me of, there's a scene in Dexter where there's a lady cop. I'll spoil this one episode of Dexter. It's in season 5. It's whatever. It's not worth watching. But so Dexter, obviously, serial killer who kills killers, basically, who kills evil people to get he has this demon inside him, not real, but he wants to kill. He's addicted to killing, so he kills the bad people. There's this one lady cop who kills her daughter because and like frames her ex, and she's a cop, so people believe her, and she frames that like her husband, like her ex, like raped her or something, and it was all this crazy shit. And then like her entire thing, like as she's like strapped to the table and Dexter's like about to kill her, she's just like, what, are you gonna rape and then kill me? And then he's just like, nobody's raping anybody here, like I'm not killing though. Yeah. But it just reminded me of that. I'm just like, God, you have like a one-track mind, Gabi. Like all you think about is just fucking death. You just think about everybody's out to kill you. Like you are so deep that, you know, that's all you can, that's your entire schema for life is that people just want to kill all the time, and anytime there's any sort of tension, there's murder involved.
She was so into just Marley propaganda that she believed that every single other Marleyan who has been living here, Marleyan, who has been living here for years,
is a tortured victim.
Has just been waiting for the chance to fucking kill them all.
Yeah.
Which for some of the other, it's clear some of the other Marleyans, yeah, that's probably the case. They've just been waiting for something. But she also didn't believe, and like she was even saying like, oh, you've been like tricked. Mm-hmm. You've been like swayed from like the right path basically by these evil devil woman person. He's just like, I will fucking murder you. Because yeah, it's just really interesting, and you can tell she's having a crisis.
Yeah.
Because previously she's been confronted with it again and again and again, of these people being like Eldians being nice to her and accepting her, and she's just like,
oh, this is one person, this is just an act. But then it's like this multi-layered parlor room scene of everyone who is connected to the situation.
People who want to kill someone on her side, who wants to, like, who she thought she could trust, now trying to murder her with a knife.
It's a complete role reversal.
Because of what she did. Yeah.
They loved an Eldian, and it's just like, are you insane?
And she can't understand that. And then the Eldians, whose daughter she killed, are like, no, we're not gonna kill that. Like, that's just what war does. Happens.
That's what happens in war. That's
what happens in war. That's what happens in nature. That's what happens in everything. She just, like, it sucks,
really
but that's what had to happen.
And I don't know what to think about you specifically, but I know that Sasha was out there killing people too, and it's just kind of the way she goes. As unfortunate as it is, as terrible as it is, but I can't blame you for being brought up in a war-driven machine, and for killing my daughter, who was also a combatant in the same war. Like, and the mom is like, that was the coolest part. Like, they're both just like totally on the same page. Yeah,
they're both just like.
But then Kaya's
just
like Kaya, who previously was all about like forgiveness and like it didn't do like, but also, well, actually Kaya wasn't about forgiveness. Kaya was about, what about right now? What about the present? What did my mom do? What did I do? I didn't do anything. My mom didn't do anything. We didn't deserve to get eaten by Titans. But you guys didn't do anything, right? You guys were just brought up in this place. You guys just lived there.
They're standing right in front of her, and they did do. They are someone who did.
So it's not a question of ancestors or lineage or blood or all this obscure garbage in history. It's, oh, you killed you, like you did. You deserve to die. Yeah.
Like you literally just did that.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Which is also fair, but not the right thing. Her response wasn't correct, because, like the dad said, it's just a cycle. It's like, it doesn't matter who shot first. I don't care who started it. I'll turn this war around. I'll turn this entire country around if I have to. If you don't calm down back there. Yeah.
But yeah, and then there's that, and then Mikasa just like, that was an epic moment of the knife being like that close. That was scary. But yeah, and now she's sitting in there, like, Mikasa and Armin are just chilling with her, and she's just like already having a crisis, and they're just like, well, you really remind us of someone. Eren just like
walks in, like slides right into, like, didn't even cut to him coming through the door. He just walked in from the background, like, and then they look, like, there's no cut. It's just they're talking, and it's like framed up like it's just them talking. And then somehow Eren just walks in from the background.
And they're just like... And it's like, Mikasa and Armin are like...
Hey, guys. Oh, shit.
They're just like... This guy who we had just been, like, kind of thinking of in, like, a fond way of, like, oh, he used to be so crazy and...
Do you think he turned into a Titan at the end?
Eren?
Yeah.
At the end of this episode?
Yeah.
No.
Because it cut off, remember?
I don't think he did.
You don't think he actually did?
No, I don't think he did. I think he's talking
Trolling?
to them. He's showing them that so that they don't do it.
Watch. Okay, never mind. Shit, I somehow completely misremembered that. Maybe I was talking about a previous scene, but or I was thinking of a previous scene, but I thought that it, like, cut off somebody else talking and, like, and then it, like, cut to black.
No.
But no, that was anyway.
Yeah, so he's chilling with them. Flock left, so now with everyone else.
What do you think he wants to say to them?
I don't know. I feel like he might be willing to let them in on his plan, potentially. They've literally been with him since day one. Like, that's such a cheesy thing to say, but they literally have. They've been a team since they were kids.
This gives me vibes of when they were like, after the Battle of Troston, there were all the cannons pointed at them and all the people were, like, cornering them, and Eren was like, bought the time and, like, you have 5 seconds, and then they have a full-on, like, 20-minute conversation while the bones are, like, crumbling around them and shit. It's also one of my favorite scenes in Attack on Titan, but it gives me vibes of that. Like, is this another thing of, like, I think it's going to be like this. Are you going to stick with the military? Back then, basically what happened was the military had them quartered. The military was against Eren. They wanted to basically experiment on him. They wanted to keep him prisoner or whatever. Or they didn't know what they wanted to do with him. They didn't trust him. So then he was like, okay, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to scale the wall with my Titan ability and run for Shiganshina. And I'm going to get in the basement, and then I'm going to, learn the truth about humanity or whatever. I'm fine with doing that, but you guys shouldn't come with me. Whatever. That's my first plan. And then they're like, are you stupid? That's so dumb. You don't know about your power. That's really stupid. And then he's like, wait, here's the second thing. Armin, if you can convince them that I'm not a threat and that I'm willing to work with them, then I'll go with that option. If you're convinced that you can do that, then I'll trust you. And then obviously Armin talks to them, and Pixis is there and he listens. But is this going to be the opposite of, like, here's what's going to happen? You guys talk to the military, convince them to go with my plan because of this, and that. They don't trust me. If you are convinced that you can convince them that we're on the same side and you guys will follow me instead of me following them under military direction, then we'll go with that. Otherwise, I'm taking my shit and getting the fuck out of here. So that's it. I think that's the conversation they're about to have. It's going to be a reflection of that first conversation.
That would be interesting, but at the same time, it's like, do they need to convince the military? Not really. They've already poisoned half of them. They already have them under their control in another way. All the people fully support Eren and fully believe in Eren. So I'm wondering if he just wants to tell them the plan, maybe to gain support, because he's been like shouldering this all on his own, and like Flock and everyone is like with him, but they're not like on the same level. They're not, they're following him. Yeah. They're not
thinking
beside
about a
him
plan.
And working with him. Like they are, but there's sort of a
Flock's
different...
just on a fucking power trip is what's happening.
The relationship there is clearly different.
Yeah. Of
like Flock and Eren, and then Mikasa, Armin, and Eren.
Yeah, of course.
There's a different dynamic there. So it could be Eren is just wanting to like get them to understand or just talk to them, because he hasn't like actually genuinely talked to them about anything he's really been thinking in a long time at this point, because the whole thing, and even before the start of the season, he had been secretly planning a secret plan that they didn't know about.
Yeah.
And then he had fucking like the secondary phase of that secret, like he's just been surrounded in secrets
I wonder what they're gonna say to his thing of like,
that's what I'm wondering. You brought up that scene. I'm wondering if now is going to be like a different, like, is it going to be the same response of
I don't think so.
We'll follow you, Eren, or is it going to be like, Eren, we can't, like, maybe even his plan is a good, like, maybe if he even said his entire plan, they might even still think
that's a horrible
plan, Eren.
Yeah,
we can't deal with that. And then also I love that Gabi's still there. This is like the moment of Falco getting to watch that secret conversation with Reiner and Eren. It's a similar thing of just watching people who you don't necessarily understand interact and show a different side of themselves.
Yeah. When she's already in the middle of an existential crisis.
Yeah. So
I think it's going to be the opposite. I think you're right. I think they're not going to be able to go with what he's laying down, and he's going to go rogue. Like the opposite. He's already gone rogue.
He might have thought, okay, I can do it without them, but I'd rather do it with them, and I'll just try to get them on my side.
Or it might. You're right. It might be just an emotional, like, just wanted to say goodbye.
Yeah. Also, he's like. Seeming like he's like this is like the thing he does before he dies. So yeah, it could very well just be.
I doubt at the end of whatever's happening that he intends to live. I think that's kind of a take it for granted type thing of. I don't think that when he thought up all this shit or when he decided to go with Zeke that he intended to live and see the result of his labor.
I guess that's why I'm saying it does make sense if he was just, you know, wanting some support or like wanting to talk to someone.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't think that they would come with him. But he might want them to.
Or is he just there to eat Armin? I doubt he'd want to, but maybe if the plan calls for it. Armin has always said that, Armin has always said that, like, since the beginning, since, like, before they joined the Scouts, I remember there was a conversation with Annie in Season 1, where it was during, when they were getting their gear checked after Hanji's test subjects were killed by Annie. Annie used Marco's gear, or her gear, or whatever. Annie used her gear to kill the Titans, just showed everyone Marco's gear, regardless. Mm-hmm. It was right before they had to make their final choice on regiments, and Annie was like, they didn't know, and Connie was there as well, but Annie was just like, tell me this, Armin, if someone ordered you to die, could you do it? And he thought for a second, he's like, well, I don't want to die, but if I truly believed that it would help humanity survive, and that my sacrifice would aid the future generations and, you know, give us a better chance, then yes, I think I would. So he proved that, obviously, in Hero, the episode Hero, when he sacrificed himself for Eren to kill Bertolt, or kill Bertolt's Titan. However, maybe this is going to be a similar thing, where Armin's literally going to have to give his heart for humanity. He's going to have to, like, if Eren's like, I need to eat the Colossal Titan, or I need the Colossal Titan in me, in order to keep going down this road and to keep moving forward. Will you give that to me? And then Armin will be like, are you sure this is going to work? Is this the best plan? Are you sure you can trust Zeke? If I can't trust Zeke, then I have the Colossal Titan, the Warhammer, the Attack Titan, and the Founding Titan. So even if he betrays me, then I'm fine. Then Armin might be like, you know what? Me sacrificing myself to you, as much as I don't want to do it, is a worthy sacrifice. So I'll sacrifice myself for humanity. Mm-hmm. So maybe that'll be the thing, and that's why he's come to talk to them.
Yeah, but we also did have the moment where Eren didn't eat, like, other Titans, even though he could have before he left.
Yes.
So that's still, like, bringing up, does he need all of the Titans inside of him? Potentially not. Maybe he just, like, getting the Warhammer Titan was good and was a plus, but it wasn't maybe 100% necessary. Or maybe he just wanted just the Warhammer specifically because it's very powerful and was held by this powerful family, or, you know, because he could have taken Reiner, he could have taken Galliard right before.
I don't think he could have, right? Because he was out of steam. He used his Titan 3 times. And then that was it. Like, he got the Warhammer Titan. I think it was a strategic retreat. I think if he got greedy and tried to take the last two, something might have happened. Or he just couldn't have. Like, they would have to have had extracted their actual bodies, taken them with them. And I don't think the military was up for that. I think they just wanted to get the fuck out of there because they didn't want to risk more people dying. I don't know. Maybe, I guess, like, it did seem like he let him live, but it was also, like, before Eren could only use his Titan twice, realistically. Third, if he really, really needed to, but he would go berserk or, like, not be fully formed or whatever. This time, we saw him use it 3 times, so it's assumed that that's the cap. He fucking decked Reiner in the face, and then they had to fucking leave. So maybe it was just that he couldn't do it then, and he took the Warhammer Titan as a victory. I'll get the rest of them later, if he had to. But, because I don't think it would have been worth it for them time-wise or, like, exposing themselves to try and cut, Galliard out and Reiner out of their Titans and pull them into the airship and tie them up and shit, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's hard to say, but he very well might have just let
Yeah, I don't know.
them.
It depends on if he really does want to take all the Titans. I still believe that he does, but... Yeah.
Also, we have Falco with the wine, potentially.
They're washing out his mouth, but I think it's too late.
It might be too late, but here's the thing. You can never know if it's too late or not. That's the problem. You can't know unless you test it, and if you test it, well...
It could kill him.
Yeah, well, it would... Like, if the answer
turn him into
is...
a Titan.
Yeah, if the answer is yes, then you'd probably rather not try and find out.
Yeah.
So...
And yeah, by the way, that literally was that moment where Hanji's eye goes like it's just like when he says there's Zeke's spinal fluid in the wine. Literally end the chapter there. I had to wait a month for the next one. I was like, fuck, I just binged like 20 chapters or something. I waited for like a year for this shit. And now that's it. I need to wait another month, and then I just never got back to it and never...
Good.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all I know. I've been...
For those of you who have been waiting for Carson to be caught up after he says, this episode I'm gonna get caught up.
I didn't think there was that much time. Like, they really slowed everything down. They took 3 episodes to get here. I didn't think it was gonna take that long.
I'm glad that they did, because
Yeah,
I think it was worthwhile.
I agree. I agree.
I think that's pretty much it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like if you're still here, and subscribe if you're still here if you haven't already. And, yeah. Enjoy your day. Goodbye.